Okay, today we're just going to check in on our Bitshares trade. Now, a couple days ago, we got in. We actually got in down here originally. Price is still continuing to go up. Nice, slow, and steady. And now, I just want to talk about Bitshares real quick and why I decided to buy into Bitshares. The reason being, and now I'm going to show you something. This is from a couple years ago. This is from 2015. Now, if it, that's a lot of people that are trading right now weren't trading back in 2015. I was personally, so I kind of remember this. So let's go back to CoinMarketCap. Go to Wayback Machine to 2015. Now, what do we see here? We don't see Ethereum. Okay, BitShares was basically, in my personal opinion, a competitor with Ethereum. Now, what I like about BitShares is it has its own decentralized exchange, okay, and it has a decent amount of volume. And with Ethereum, if you make an ERC20 token, you have to spend thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars to be listed onto an exchange. There is no free decentralized exchange that you're automatically connected to. So as we can see on this chart here on Wayback Machine, we see that BitShares was the #4 token or coin back in 2015. Now today, BitShares is grossly undervalued. They're constantly making updates. And if we go, let's go to CoinMarketCap again and look at something here, which I didn't know until like a day or two ago. I had no idea this was the case. So let's type in BitShares. Okay. So what I was trying to do is find out what the total volume was for the BitShares decentralized exchange, right? I was trying to figure that out. I wanted to see all the tokens that were listed on it, and I wanted to see the total volume of the DEX, right? But if you look on here, we go to markets, okay, and we go to BitShares Asset Exchange, we only see a few assets here. And we only see, $1.8 million in volume. So I'm like, that's not really a lot. I don't see a lot of smaller tokens here. But watch this. If you go over to cryptofresh.com and assets, you see something interesting. Now, what do you see here? 24-hour volume is 5,936,000. That's the actual real volume for their DEX is $5.9 million. Okay, now let's do a comparison here. Now this is why I think BitShares is going to climb. It's going to keep going up. And I think if a lot of people knew this, they would invest in the BitShares because they would see that the potential here. So let's go to one of their competitors, which would be the Waves DEX, right? The Waves token. So Waves has a DEX, right? It has a decentralized exchange. So if we go there, what's their total volume? $574,000, right? $574,000. That is a drop in the bucket compared to the BitShares Asset Exchange, decentralized asset exchange, with $5 million in volume, which is 10 times the volume as the Waves decentralized exchange. So Waves is $5.23 with over $500 million in volume, which is crazy because it has less volume on the exchange. And in my personal opinion, BitShares has been around a lot longer, it's a lot more established, and it has a lot more significant volume on their exchange. So that's why I think BitShares has potential to go up to at least 40 cents or $1 or $2. And another feature I like about BitShares is there's BitUSD. Now, BitUSD kind of rivals Tether. It does the same thing. It's pegged on the dollar. I mean, it's a little bit different because you're borrowing. You have to put up some collateral when buying BitUSD, but it is technically the same thing as Tether. Now, Tether's having a lot of problems right now, so if something happens to Tether, guess what people are going to flock to? They're going to flock to BitUSD. They're already kind of starting to do that because BitUSD's volume has gone up considerably recently. So what does that do with the Bitshares network and the price of Bitshares? You have to use Bitshares to get into BitUSD, or people are going to be using Bitshares a lot more when buying BitUSD. So once that happens, and once it increases more, and once the volume increases more on BitUSD, the price of Bitshares is going to skyrocket. Now, Bitshares is going to skyrocket because you have to use Bitshares to pay for the transaction fees to buy the BitUSD. So when the volume increases on BitUSD, so does the price of Bitshares. I don't think Tether is going to be around much longer because of all the controversies going on with Tether, and there's all these shady hackings and stuff going on. So BitUSD is the only viable alternative to Tether. So I think long term, Bitshares is definitely going to go up in value. Now, if Bitshares introduces smart contracts to their platform, and they make it easy for people like you and me to create smart contracts on the Bitshares platform, then Ethereum will have a run for their money. And I think with BitUSD connected to Bitshares and possibly having smart contract creation service in the future, Bitshares is going to go up in value, like significantly. And we've seen the overall market cap in crypto go up by the hundreds of billions, okay, in a very short period of time. And a lot of that money could be flooding into Bitshares. It's already going up in value, and I think in the near future we're going to see a huge price increase in Bitshares. So thank you for watching our video today. This is Dave from BuySellArrows.com. And stay tuned for our next video update.